Good morning, it's Tony from Paranormal Investigation UK, and today we're looking at some footage from the 23rd of January 2021 from the Chester investigation. This is the empty room area. Today's date is Sunday the 31st of January 2021. So I'm getting closer now, just about a week behind with the catching up with the sheer number or volume of footage that's been sent to us to review. Excuse me. Now, let's get a glass of water. That's better. We've known about this footage for some weeks, and it's one of those that it's quite extraordinary. So I will give you the backstory with this. This is dated the 23rd. For the 5 day previously, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's absolutely zero activity, not a thing. That's 5 days. That's the first time since November of 2020 when we've had that period of time of no activity. What CCTV we did get in, we were able to exclude because of light anomalies, insects, that type of thing. So we've got 5 days of absolutely nothing. On this particular Saturday, the owner was in the building, and we decided to try and experiment. Let's get a high quality zoom recorder, which is what you can see here, on a stand. Just leave it there, plugged in. That's the PSU for into the mains rather than on batteries. Just leave it there, see what happens. It's record anything. The room burst into action almost within 30 minutes of putting this camera in there. Now, in total in the folder, I've got, in that small period of time, 20 CCTV alarms. We've never ever had that number in such a small period of time. Multiple rapping. Amanda Griffiths, my colleague, counted in one piece of footage 23 raps that she heard within a 60-second time period of video. It just burst into action, and it wasn't until later on reflection that I realised that what had in fact had happened here is this recorder and stand had duplicated identically when I went in there with a Roland, which is a similar digital recorder, and placed that on the stand and placed it in the centre of the room. Mine was over here somewhere, but was this was this a coincidence? I am not a convert of that think stuff just spontaneously erupts. There has to be a trigger why it spontaneously erupts. So the only trigger we can think of is that. I don't know. One of the questions we asked at the time was, is it possible that snow was sliding off the roof making noise? Well, you can see with this, on that day, it's about an hour before, the roof is completely clear of snow, so there's no snow there. One of the questions we asked. So at the moment, there's no central heating on this room. You can see a radiator there, but it's not switched on. It comes on at 7:30 in the morning and goes off at 6 p.m. Underneath, and any room that's actually been occupied. This room isn't occupied, so the heating switched off. There will be variations, obviously, in temperature, but not to this extent. So I've got a hell of a lot of reviews to do. So I'm going to call this. It's going to be a numbered, I think, 280. Yeah, this is 280. So I'm going to I will surface with a separate number so we can actually keep abreast of these, because this is a frightening amount of footage that we need to review it in detail. But dealing with multiple raps here, so this could get quite complicated. So this is the first one, so let's get straight into this. I definitely need to bring the analyzer up, because I do know that this sounds in all these bits of footage. I'll just put the EQ on there just in case we need it. Okay. There's the first one. That's what triggered the camera. There we go. Quite typical rap signature. Yeah. It's a little bit wide. Okay. Let me just turn this down a touch. The frequency span is a little bit wider. We're normally dealing with around about 500 to 1000 hertz. That's what was occurring last year. I would still expect a fair spread of frequency, because that's relatively loud. It's loud enough to trigger the camera, I'd say. So it should have much bigger spread, which is what we have seen when we will be dealing with, particularly in the main office, when that's really been cooling down or heating up. Get this massive spread. In fact, I should be able to locate one on here, so you've got something to compare it. That's 200 to 1000. That's a reasonable spread. Like that, sound reflecting. Yeah. So yeah, that is a relatively tight spread of frequency. So it's suggestive of rap territory. I don't know about myself in where I'm just thinking it's 8. Last year it was 500 to 1000. Common one was 800 to 1000. Relatively tight frequency spectrum. So I'll just get. That's the problem when you're trying to do things when you're talking. Okay, this is that one. So, with this actually being the first one, that is the benchmark. That's like the baseline that the others will be based on. It certainly sounds rap territory, looks a bit rap territory. Let's see how the others actually spread out. So, right, let's turn that back up. I'm just going to give it that some volume. There's another one there. What we'll do, let's look at the video all the way through. quite difficult to do 2 jobs at once. Turn that down. So we're going to concentrate on the visual. No. This is the only one I've actually listened to a bit early before I put it into the software, so I know there's a number of raps. Some are quieter than others. Okay, so what else are we dealing with? So what I'm going to do now, get rid of that. There's nothing visual to see, nothing there. Let's turn the volume back up and let's go through to be ready for the first one. In fact, I'll take it there. There's the second one. What I don't like to do is to put, when I'm taking the actual spectrum screenshot, I always take the volume off. The reason why I want to put volume in, amplify it on reviewing, is there might just be something in there which it might be missed if I'm on normal volume. There's no reason to change it up. EVPs in particular, we seem to have quite a number of EVPs from this particular room. I don't want to miss them. That's the reason why I turn up, but when I take the actual spectrum screenshot itself, I always use no volume. I can hear it. What is there actually? There. I've got no volume at all. Similar frequency the one previously. This sounds actually further away, and spreading frequency isn't quite as big. So we'll take a screenshot of that. Rap 2. It could be quite a long job. This may actually take me a number of hours to do this. But you can hear that. The two together. Yeah. Okay. Turn that back up. It's a slow and tedious process, I accept, but we do need to do it. Take your time. There's a bit too much bass frequency in there. There, another one. It's just there. It's just something not loud enough to, you can't hear it, and it's showing no response to frequency, and let's actually begin to amplify it. Which is there now. So we don't take a screenshot of that, we simply mark that down as low in volume. Okay. Right. Take off the loop and start again. That's the loud one. Okay. Quite a lot of bass frequency, which is problematic when the volume's up, so let's put that down to there it is. Tiny bit of frequency, and that's with volume all off. It's certainly rap territory again. It's always around this fundamental frequency of around about 1000 hertz. Something I've been scratching my head with. So we'll put that down as a low view. We're not going to take a screenshot of that. So we're working with this. If we can able to do a screenshot, I'll mark that down as high volume. If unable, because of the volume, lack of volume, I'm going to mark that down as low in volume. Separate the two. Although once we get it fixed, for example, if we suddenly get one on a 50 hertz or 5000 hertz, that will be listed separately. So although they'll all go down on the 1000 rap graph that I use, one will be low in volume and the others will be high volume, one or the other. So I hope you can understand that. Right, let's just turn that back up to 0. I might have tempted to take, in fact I will. Be lazy of me not to. At the end of the day, it is showing a frequency on normal volume. No, it's not amplified. So 3. Okay, take that off. Turn the volume back up. Another one there. Another one there. Okay. although there's two actual rap sounds there, or noises, you need to separate them. Don't use the two together, because particularly when you take an average reading of that, you don't want the two average together. You need to separate them up. You need to know which frequency of what each one is. So see, that's incredibly low volume. So write that down. Yeah, all the volumes are good. There we go. So that's quite loud, if both you agree. It's we'll mark that down in the higher volume one. Yeah, which you're going to overwrite the previous rap one, the one with low volume. I won't be able to do them all. I'll just flood the document with graphs, and it doesn't serve the purpose then. Right, okay. Let's take that back off then. We got that. Volume goes back up. Ah, we appear to have an EVP. Same sort of frequency as well. I'm just going to get rid of this problematic bass frequency that's causing me so many problems. Just going to take them two frequencies back out. Don't get much around that, so I don't need them in there. Does it sound like Alan? I just don't know. Quite low volume, which is sometimes what you get with EVP. Not the best quality. The tempo slightly fast. Which can be a bit of a signature for some electronic voice file. The tempo seems to be slightly faster than human speech. Okay. To me it sounds like Alan. This is where pareidolia comes into play. Here's random data comes up with the approximate words. I could show that to some of my colleagues and they'll come up with a different word. If you've got any suggestions yourself, by all means just email us, contact us on Facebook, or drop a message in the comments box. So it's also a wrap at the end. Right, so let's just see if we can catch this. Quite low, isn't it, in volume? Sounds quite similar. There it is. Same sort of territory, 500,000 hertz. That's quite loud, that is now. So we'll mark that down as a low volume. Take the loop off. Yeah, I'm not good at tachograph, it's just too low, it's not even indicating anything, so, but we do need to record it. Yeah. Is that another voice? No, maybe that. Yeah. Another sound there. There we go. Similar sort of frequency, 500. This big 1000 hertz there. But so low in frequency. No, nothing there on normal volume, so record that. Another rap. Okay, turn the volume back up. Clearly you can hear that. Okay. I thought I heard something before I was playing through. That's the same voice. Don't quite know. What frequency of that? Well, it's unusual. It sounds incredibly similar to the one earlier. reason why I'm suspicious with repeated same words, which sounds like it's coming from the same individual, such as Alan, repeated is incredibly rare, particularly when the voices sound similar. It sounds like a similar sort of male, but equally it could be something like a bird, which tend to repeat stuff. So, but the frequency is suggestive of human frequency. It doesn't seem to fit in with the bird type, because we're in this, area. Not sure. I may just do some additional work with this. So what we've got there is 2, 3 loud raps, same frequency, and 5 low volume raps, same frequency when amplified. 1 relatively medium volume EVP, followed by a lower in volume ones. It appears to sound like the same voice, and it's certainly male, and it seems to be saying the same word. So okay, that's that one. I'm expecting a lot to be as complicated, this one, so I thought, well, this is the baseline we're going to work with. We're going to use, if we can see the frequency on normal volume, we'll screenshot it, that's what we'll use. If we don't, on an amplification we do see the frequency, we'll mark that down as a low volume one. Likewise with EVPs. I would much prefer to be able to just simply leave the volume alone, but there's stuff there to be missed, and I just don't want to do that. So right, I shall see you on the next video.